So there's been an eGames International Gaming Tournament that they are now planning to run concurrently with the Summer and Winter Olympics that occur every 2 years. The way they plan on doing this is, much like the original Olympics, there are going to be national teams chosen from different countries.
They'll be new like the original Olympics, not what? Okay.
Yeah, they just fucking... God damn it. And I think this is interesting in a way. I think it's a fun idea to do this by nation, do it concurrently with the Olympics, bring some attention to competitive gaming. What I think is going to be a stumbling block here for this idea is that competitive gamers are used to making money.
Yeah.
And there's no money being offered here. What you are being offered is pride and a medal. And unfortunately, unlike an Olympic star who does not get paid but gets a medal, they come home heroes, and they come home to endorsement deals and plenty of other opportunities to make money. To a competitive gamer, this is a few weeks out of their life where they could be making money, and if they win something here, I don't necessarily know that they're going to be compensated in any meaningful way outside of it. It's one thing to do something for passion, but some people do this to make a living. It's not just a hobby.
I see this as being one of the most unnecessary ideas I've ever seen.
Okay, it's a little harsher than my take, but
you have the Olympic Games, which goes back literally thousands of years.
Sure.
And they brought it back modern times in 1896. And it brings the world together. You watch it. It's supposed to be... literally in the past, during the Olympics, there was truce to wars during the 2 weeks of the Olympics about. So it's supposed to literally bring everyone together. Everyone enjoys it. It's the best the world has to offer, competitive spirit, blah, 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 blah. So they want to sort of ride the coattails of that to sort of validate their e-sport, or I just don't see the timing, because during the Olympics no one's going to be paying attention to this.
Sure.
They're going to be paying attention to the Summer Olympic Games.
Okay.
So if you're going to do this, why do it during Olympics? Just pick a random... Do it like the X Games. They do it every year. Every 4 years, not only, or every 2 years. First of all, that's insane then. Why even... There's no such thing as summer versus winter video games unless you're literally playing the Epics games, winter games. So it's arbitrary. It's unnecessary. And again, like you said, who's going to go to it to show up? Is there a difference between amateur status gamers? Can I go versus professionals? Are you really going to go and do regional tournaments for qualifiers like they do for the physical sports?
I believe they said yes.
In every country? Is it going to be easier for people to get to those regional events, or is this all online? I just see it as a mess. Where's the money going to come from for this? It's going to be a ton of money to run this, probably. They're not going to make the revenue back, most likely. Like I said, I just think it's unnecessary. And
okay.
I just do.
I can see your point. I guess my thing is, I think it's a fun idea, but yes, running it concurrently with the Olympics is probably a dumb idea. And unfortunately, for you to run this like the Olympics, for it to have any sort of that feel, as much as I think that would be a fun idea for a game competition, it would take many, many iterations of this for the groundwork to be laid for it to run smoothly. And I don't think there's going to be the patience required for this to happen 4 times over before it gets to a point where it's running like clockwork.
Yeah, and who's going to, like you said, who's going to be sponsoring these people to fly around the world and live for a week or two?
Right.
Who's going to be doing that?
Is there going to be a video game Olympic Village?
Yeah, exactly. Because now, even if you're doing a sport where professionally you won't make a lot of money, I don't know, like kayaking or something, at the very least your trip's paid for by your country to go to represent. It's a big deal. Well, for a lot of people, that's the highlight of their life. Doing the biathlon. You're not going to be a professional biathlete. Not a lot of professional shooting and skiing leagues that I know of, maybe in Europe, but not in the U.S. at least. So that
was always my favorite event in Epic's Winter Games, though.
They had that.
The cock down, cock up, and then fire.
Oh, okay.
There's cross-country skiing and then target shooting.
Oh, well, great. Or the modern pentathlon where you horse race and then shoot and then swim and then you fence And I think Frank said you used to wrestle because there was a modern and there was an ancient version. It sounded awesome. At one point, I was like, I want to try and do that because that sounds freaking just cool to try to do all those things.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway,
all these non sequitur events.
And then who chooses the games that end up at each winter versus summer? Like, is there going to be like the experimental games, versus the standards? Again, it's unnecessary. You have your professional game stuff. You have your esports stuff. I think you should be fine with it, and don't try to automatically just push it up to as the importance of the Olympic Games. I just don't see it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.